Antonio Brown hits up social media and bashes his new team just days before the Raiders season opener. Stay tuned to check out what has gotten AB so amped up. Hey guys, I'm Britt Johnson. Make sure you follow me on social media at @IamBrittJohnson and click subscribe to join the Fumble fam if you haven't already. The grass isn't always greener on the other side, and it looks like Antonio Brown found out the hard way. Tuesday, the season finale of Hard Knocks aired, and the story of the season had to be Darren Waller making not only the 53-man roster, but being selected as a starter after being in rehab for drug use. And of course, the other story was the story of Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown's storyline started with issues of his helmet, then went to a gruesome photo that circulated on social media of AB's feet after he suffered frostbite during a cryotherapy session. All while head coach John Gruden claiming he had AB's back 100%. That moment was even broadcasted on the HBO show Hard Knocks. Take a look.
But if you got any problems, anything bothering you, if you have any problems, I got problems.
We're all in this together.
You know what I'm saying?
After Gruden professed to Antonio Brown and the entire world that he had his back, the two seemed to become the best of friends. Or at least that's what they wanted us to see for the cameras. Because Wednesday, Antonio Brown learned that it's not just the Steelers, it's the entire league that will smile in your face one day and then have their hands out the next. For the Raiders, this one was a little too petty, even for my likings, and, well, we all know I can be petty sometimes. I mean, what can I say? Well, actually, you know what? That's the old Brit. New Brit really doesn't care. Sometimes. But Raiders, oh, the Raiders are petty. Antonio Brown just posted this on social media, a letter from the Raiders GM Mike Mayock that was a detailed letter that basically said, "Hey AB, I know you are the best wide receiver in the league right now, and I know we pretended like we had your back while you healed from your frostbitten feet, that we even said on air that we knew it wasn't your fault. But guess what, guys? We are still going to fine you $54,000 for missing part of training camp." Okay, well, what he really said was this: "Dear Antonio, as you know, you did not participate in the Raiders walkthrough August 22nd. Your absence from practice was unexcused. Accordingly, you are hereby fined $13,950. It went on to say this: "You are previously fined $40,000 for missing Raiders preseason training camp on August 18th. Please be advised that should you continue to miss mandatory team activities, including practices and games," and blah, 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 blah. AB posted the letter on his social media, adding this to it: "When your own team went to hate, but there's no stopping me. Devil is a lie. Everyone gotta pay this year, so we clear." Woo! Okay. First of all, like, what, Raider Nation? Did you guys just do something so petty to your star player on your team? Like, he was literally trying to get his health together and situated so he could play the best ball for y'all this season. I'm sorry, but the Raiders are like clowns for that. Like, I'm sorry. I have no better explanation than you guys are just clowns. Like, I get the idea of trying to be fair, but that's not real. There's no such thing as fair. Some players are better than others. Life's not fair. I remember the great Jimmy Johnson, one of the best coaches of all time, once telling a story about how a player who barely had a chance to possibly make the team fell asleep during meetings. He immediately cut that player. But he said if Deion Sanders or Troy or Emmett would have done the exact same thing, he would have just politely went over to him, tapped him on the shoulder, and said, "Hey buddy, wake up." Some players have earned their keep, simple as that. And to fine AB, I'm sorry, that is just silly. But he is set to make about $54 million over the next 3 seasons, so I'm pretty sure he's not really tripping on $54,000, but he definitely isn't about to be buddy-buddy with none of y'all again. Remember how much he loved Big Ben and how that turned out? That's what's going to happen to you guys, Raiders. So, in Is it just me, or are the Raiders being a little extra petty finding AB? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, click subscribe, and shop the Fumble store for the latest game day gear. I'm your host, Britt Johnson for the Fumble, and I'll see you guys soon.